Last weekend, I stumbled upon The Substance, a film that's not just a horror masterpiece but also a thought-provoking exploration of human ambition, self-worth, and the lengths we go to preserve it. As I sat down to watch, I was left with a lingering question. Would you take it? For those who haven't seen it, is a brief overview. The Substance tells the story of Elizabeth Sparkle. She's a fading star in a relentless industry that values youth and beauty above all else. Faced with irrelevance, she's offered an impossible choice, a magical serum that promises 7 days of perfection for every 7 days of sacrifice. But at what cost? If you haven't seen this movie yet, trust me, it's worth experiencing blind. Now, let's dive into this question. Would you take it? Let's be honest, the promise of The Substance is tantalizing. 7 days of youth, vitality, and perfection sounds like a dream come true, especially in a world where beauty standards dominate. For Elizabeth Sparkle, this wasn't just a choice, it was survival. Imagine being a star whose entire self-worth is built on the applause of millions, only to see that applause fade away. For her, The Substance wasn't just a solution, it was salvation. But here's the catch, 7 days of perfection are followed by 7 days of sacrifice, physical deterioration, isolation, and suffering. Could you endure that trade-off for a fleeting glimpse of glory? The film doesn't shy away from showing the consequences. For Elizabeth, the pursuit of perfection became a cycle of dependency, and in many ways, it reflects our own struggles with chasing ideals that society imposes on us. The question remains, is the price worth it? Elizabeth Sparkle's story is a cautionary tale. Once an icon in the entertainment industry, she finds herself at the mercy of its unforgiving standards, played with haunting vulnerability by Demi Moore. Elizabeth's descent is both heartbreaking and relatable. Her worth is tied entirely to her career. Her home is filled with posters of her past successes, but there's no sign of family, hobbies, or meaningful connections. It's a stark reminder of how easily we can lose ourselves when we define our value by external achievements. The Substance offered Elizabeth a way to reclaim her fading fame, but it also revealed the emptiness of her life. She could have used this moment as an opportunity to redefine herself, to embrace change and find new meaning, but instead, she clung to the past. It's easy to judge Elizabeth, but how many of us would make the same choice? In a world that constantly tells us we're not good enough, wouldn't the promise of perfection be too tempting to resist? Elizabeth's downfall isn't entirely her fault. The entertainment industry has a long history of devaluing aging actresses while offering complex, meaty roles to their male counterparts. Women are often relegated to the background, cast as mothers or grandmothers, while their male peers continue to thrive. This systemic bias has destroyed countless careers. Elizabeth's desperation to remain relevant wasn't born in a vacuum. It was nurtured by an industry that thrives on insecurity. Thankfully, things are changing. Actresses like Demi Moore are paving the way for more inclusive narratives, proving that age is not a limitation but an asset. Her performance in The Substance is a testament to this, showcasing strength, vulnerability, and resilience in equal measure. But here's the kicker, what if Elizabeth had chosen to fight the system instead of succumbing to it? What if she had channeled her energy into creating opportunities for herself and others? The Substance might offer temporary perfection, but true power comes from within. Let's get philosophical for a moment. If The Substance were real, would it truly be viable? Could anyone maintain the balance between perfection and sacrifice without losing themselves in the process? Human nature complicates things. Those who would be tempted to take The Substance are often the ones least prepared for its consequences. It's not just about adhering to the rules, it's about the mindset that leads someone to accept such an offer in the first place. Elizabeth's downfall was inevitable because she placed all her value in external validation. She had no foundation to support herself when the applause faded, and while The Substance gave her a second chance, it couldn't fill the void within her. This brings us to the most important question, where do we place our worth? For Elizabeth, her entire identity was tied to her career. She didn't nurture relationships, explore hobbies, or seek fulfillment outside of her work. When her career began to falter, she had nothing left to fall back on. The Substance is a metaphor for the shortcuts we often seek in life. Whether it's beauty, success, or happiness, we're drawn to quick fixes that promise everything but often deliver nothing. True worth comes from within, from the relationships we build, the passions we pursue, and the impact we leave on the world. So, would you take it? Could you endure the highs and lows, the sacrifices, and the fleeting moments of perfection? Or would you find another way to redefine your worth? The Substance challenges us to reflect on these questions, forcing us to confront our own insecurities and desires. It's not just a horror film, it's a mirror held up to society and to ourselves.